Arizona to Minnesota, major highways shut down. Drivers unable to move for hours. The powerful system making its way east. Rob Marciano timing it out. Disturbing allegations about the retired Navy SEAL acquitted of war crimes. Recently obtained interviews showing fellow SEALs calling him, quote, evil and toxic. The SEAL recently visiting President Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The tourist chopper down. The tour helicopter vanishing off Hawaii. The urgent search for survivors at this hour. A pilot and 6 passengers on board, including 2 children. What authorities revealed late today. The massive explosion, a powerful blast ripping through an airplane facility. Nitrogen gas exploding. The building collapsing. Nearly a dozen people injured. Overseas, the deadly plane crash. At least 12 people killed, more than 60 hurt. A baby among the passengers rescued. A survivor describing the moment the plane started to come apart. Up in flames, the historic home destroyed by fire. The house that stood for 120 years crumbling to the ground in a matter of hours. The new lawsuit just filed after reports of hackers gaining access to home security cameras, claiming they can see and hear you. And this just in, veteran radio host Don Imus has died. Controversial, offensive, and always outspoken. A career spanning nearly 50 years on the air.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening. It's great to have you with us on a busy Friday night, heading into the final weekend before the new year. We begin tonight with the major winter storm wreaking havoc on travel plans for millions of Americans. Heavy snow and freezing rain from Arizona to Minnesota. Up to 2 feet of snow forcing part of Interstate 15 to close in Southern California. Drivers stranded for hours. Multiple water rescues reported around Los Angeles. People trapped on flooded roads, their vehicles surrounded by water. Winter storm watches and warnings in effect through Sunday as the system pushes its way east. ABC's Alex Perez is in Chicago to lead us off.
Tonight, much of Southern California still reeling from that powerful storm that's finally pushing east.
Never, ever did I think it was this bad.
Hundreds of motorists stranded on Interstate 15, a crucial connector between LA and Las Vegas, a major New Year's Eve destination. The freeway finally moving again after 3 feet of snow and ice shut the artery down for 36 hours. Highway Patrol shut down Interstate 5 north of Los Angeles on Christmas Day, forcing some motorists to wait it out for a day and a half.
30 years I've lived in the high desert. I've never been stuck. Never. This is bad. This is horrible.
Police cruisers finally escorting motorists across the Cajon Pass late this morning. Now that storm is on the move and expanding. 10 states on alert tonight for snow, ice, and blizzard conditions that threaten to disrupt flights during peak times for flyers. Parts of Arizona blanketed in snow. In Hanna, Wyoming, overnight, 21 train cars derailed. Thankfully, the freight it was carrying wasn't dangerous. There were no injuries. And icy conditions in the east. This jackknife tractor trailer shut down the main turnpike for hours.
All right, Alex Perez joins us now from Chicago. And Alex, that storm could affect travel in the Midwest. A very busy travel day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. As it moves in, mainly heavy rain and gusty winds here this weekend. That could impact travel at O'Hare, a busy cross-country hub. Already some airlines are issuing travel waivers in Minneapolis and in Denver as parts of the upper Midwest are now bracing for blizzard-like conditions. Tom?
Alex Perez leading us off tonight. Alex, thank you. Let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano. He's live in Phoenix tonight for us. Rob, good evening.
Good evening, Tom. This storm is set to strengthen and grow as it goes coast to coast, and we still have winter weather advisories here in Arizona for these rain and snow showers, especially in the hills. You see it on the radar where this low is just to our east, and the winter storm warnings extend all the way to Minnesota. Denver, you're about to get your first snow for the month of December, and then it really ramps up during the day tomorrow. It's going to be difficult travel through Denver, I-70, I-80. Getting into Minneapolis is going to be icy as well. Maybe blizzard conditions on the backside of this, and that cold front pushes in that unusual warmth. Severe storms from Memphis, Nashville, Atlanta, Cincinnati during the day on Sunday as well. Could see over a foot of snow on the backside of this, and the heavy rain moves into the northeast. Monday morning looks to be a mess for travel through the northeast as well. Tom?
All right, Rob, thank you. We move on now to the urgent search at this hour for a missing tour helicopter off of Hawaii. Wreckage located late today. A pilot and 6 passengers on board, including 2 children. The chopper reported missing after it was overdue from a sightseeing trip over Kauai. Rough weather slowing the search for possible survivors. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
Tonight, a tragic end to the urgent search for a tour helicopter that vanished on Hawaii's Kauai Island. First responders finding the wreckage of that helicopter that had been carrying 7 people, including the pilot and 2 children. Authorities searching for survivors right now. The wreckage found in a mountainous area on the west side of the island. That helicopter was due back Thursday at sunset, but never arrived, setting off a search involving several agencies, including the Coast Guard. Thick cloud cover and rain making the search even more difficult. The chopper belongs to Safari Helicopters, one of several companies that take tourists along the stunning Nepali coast, over the majestic mountains and towering waterfalls, and through the breathtaking canyons. This is video of a previous tour posted to the company's website. According to the webpage, Safari Helicopters offers 2 tours, one that even lands at a wildlife refuge. The company also highlighting, quote, 30 years of perfect helicopter safety. The helicopter did have an emergency electronic locator, but no signals were ever sent. The mayor issuing a statement tonight, sending his thoughts and prayers to the families of those involved. Tom.
Marcus Moore with those new developments tonight. Marcus, thank you. Next, the chilling headline about a retired Navy SEAL acquitted of war crimes. The New York Times obtaining confidential interviews of fellow SEALs describing Special Operations Chief Eddie Gallagher as, quote, evil and toxic. The SEALs accusing him of targeting civilians, including children. Gallagher appearing with President Trump here during a recent visit to Mar-a-Lago. The president ignoring Pentagon leaders intervening in the case on Gallagher's behalf. Here's ABC's Will Carr tonight.
Tonight, in these chilling videos, Navy SEALs are seen accusing one of their own of war crimes.
I think he just wants to kill anybody he can. You can tell he was perfectly okay with killing anybody.
The men, seen in civilian clothing, were interviewed for an investigation into Eddie Gallagher's alleged war crimes in 2017, including the murder of a wounded ISIS fighter in Iraq. Some of the Navy SEALs nervously recounting Gallagher spiraling out of control, one even calling him evil.
The guy was toxic. The guy got crazier and crazier.
In video obtained by the New York Times for a documentary series called The Weekly, you can see the teenage ISIS fighter barely conscious. Gallagher is then seen crouching over the injured teen with his medic bag. Then a hand reaches up and turns off the helmet camera. One of the SEALs describes what he saw next.
All of a sudden, Eddie just starts stabbing the dude probably 2 or 3 times. It was just like a stab about right here, just in a few times.
But during Gallagher's trial, that SEAL Corey Scott dropping a bombshell, claiming he killed the teen, not Gallagher. Gallagher was then found not guilty of the most serious murder charges, although he was found guilty for posing in these pictures. One a group shot of what's called a deer kill picture. In another, you can see Gallagher proudly holding the deceased teenager's head up.
Is there any doubt in your mind that these are war crimes? No.
President Trump repeatedly offering support to Gallagher, even intervening when he was about to lose his Navy SEAL pin and possibly his pension.
They wanted to take his pin away, and I said, no, you're not going to take it away. He was a great fighter.
Just before Christmas, Gallagher proudly posting a picture on Instagram with his wife and the president at Mar-a-Lago. Tonight, Gallagher's attorney firing back, saying it's the men in these videos who are to blame.
This was a small group of individuals who didn't like their chief because he was pushing them too hard. They didn't like the mission. They were afraid of the combat that they were enduring over there. It wasn't what they wanted, and they just wanted to get rid of their chief.
Will Carr joins us live. Gallagher's attorney there going after those SEALs who spoke out, personally attacking their bravery. And tonight, Gallagher is releasing a statement.
That's right, Tom. He says that he was initially surprised and disgusted when he saw those videos, but says when he thought about it for a while, he did not think those accounts could hold up under tough questioning. Tonight, he points to his acquittal as his vindication. Tom.
Will Carr for us tonight. Will, thank you. Now to the massive explosion in Wichita, Kansas. More than a dozen people hurt during a powerful blast at an airplane facility, nitrogen gas exploding at the Beechcraft plant, the building coming down, debris scattered across the area. Here's ABC's Adrian Banker.
Tonight, a massive explosion caught on camera, rocking this aviation plant in Kansas, sending nearly a dozen people to the hospital.
It's a big explosion at Plant 3, and they're currently evacuating.
The powerful blast causing part of a building to collapse, sending chunks of concrete flying, damaging cars in the parking lot. 15 people were injured, one critically.
Our primary responsibility right now is to our employees and to those impacted by this.
It barely missed our gas.
Authorities say the explosion happened around 8 a.m. at this Beechcraft facility in Wichita after a nitrogen gas line ruptured.
There is no health hazards, but if people in the area are concerned about that venting, they can shelter in their homes and stuff, and they'll be fine.
Textron Aviation, the parent company of Beechcraft and Cessna, says it builds prototype planes in the building where this blast occurred, and some items can be highly explosive. The cause of the blast is still under investigation, and the company says that there were fewer workers on site because of the holiday. Tom?
Adrian, thank you. Overseas tonight, news about that deadly plane crash in Kazakhstan. At least 12 people killed, dozens hurt. Survivors now describing the terrifying moment the plane began to vibrate and shattered as it was going down. Here's ABC senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell.
Tonight, the plane crash just seconds after takeoff and the passengers who walked out alive. The plane was departing Almaty in Kazakhstan Friday morning when it got into trouble. Aslan Nazaraliyev was on board.
The whole body of the plane started shattering, like vibrating very intensely.
The plane hit a concrete fence and a two-story building. You can see the fuselage rammed against a building and the rear of the plane in the field next to the airport. There were nearly 100 on board. 12 were killed, almost 50 are in hospital, 8 in a critical condition. Miraculously, many survived, including this baby, plucked from the wreckage by a policeman. For Aslan, all he could think of when they were going down was his son and 4-year-old daughter, Ariana.
She's my sweetheart, so I was thinking about her when I was in the plane. Yeah, that what would she do without me?
Investigators will want to look at the age and condition of the plane as well as pilot performance. But given how cold it was, they'll also need to check how thoroughly it had been de-iced. Tom?
Ian Pannell with that horrific accident tonight. Ian, thank you. Back here at home, news tonight involving ousted Cardinal Theodore McCarrick. The Washington Post reporting Cardinal McCarrick wrote checks for more than $600,000 to Vatican clerics and papal aides in Rome. The payments made at the same time the Vatican was under fire for failing to investigate allegations of sexual harassment against him. Here's ABC's David Wright.
Tonight, tough new questions for the Roman Catholic Church about why officials turned a blind eye for years to allegations of sexual misconduct by former Cardinal Theodore McCarrick. The Washington Post reports McCarrick gave hundreds of thousands of dollars from a discretionary fund he controlled to powerful church figures, including $90,000 to Pope John Paul and $291,000 to Pope Benedict. Pope Francis finally defrocked McCarrick last year after a Vatican investigation found him guilty of abusing his office for sex. But church officials have never explained why they failed to act sooner. Father Boniface Ramsey, now a priest in Manhattan, reported McCarrick's alleged misconduct nearly 2 decades ago.
I sent the letter, and then I never heard a thing.
Wow.
That was it.
And after that, he became a cardinal. According to the Post, that papal nuncio also received thousands of dollars from McCarrick's discretionary fund.
This is problematic. This just, doesn't pass the smell test.
All told, the Post uncovered some $600,000 in donations to various church officials from McCarrick's fund. No official comment from the Vatican, but representatives of several of the prelates who received the money told the Post these were customary gifts during the Christmas season. Much of the money went to charity, and none of it, they say, influenced their decision-making. Tom?
David Wright for us tonight. David, thank you. And a passing to note, veteran radio host Don Imus has died. His career spanning nearly 50 years in radio, a reputation of being gruff and confrontational. He made racist, sexist, and homophobic comments on the air, comments that got him fired. Imus also offering a political stage for presidential candidates and lawmakers. Everyone was a target. He took pride in his charity work, especially the Imus Ranch, helping children with cancer and other illnesses. Don Imus was 79. And there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The race against time. Federal authorities now joining the search for a 14-year-old missing for a week. Plus, Ring and Amazon sued over a string of alleged hacks on home security cameras. Are the devices leaving you exposed? And 120 years of history going up in flames. The latest on this massive fire.
You grow up forming these memories and connection.